So when you, what was your first impressions when you moved to the United States from the Netherlands?
You know, it was overwhelming. And I thought New York was a dirty place. Because I was, my leg, you know, you go over the rosters in front of stores and hot air would come out there and my legs were just all pimply from the dust or whatever. But we went sightseeing, we went with a boat to the harbor. That's what I remember.
I mean, then the language difference probably was very difficult too at first.
What's that?
The language difference?
Yeah, but I could understand it pretty good.
Did you take English?
Well, we did it on our own. Yeah, I had English at school.
Okay.
But we had a tutor there for a while before we came.
And what was the name of what was the names of the schools and that you went to when you were young?
Those were public schools.
Okay.
But I went to a Christian school. It was Professor Gunnings. Yeah.
Okay, and that was in Deventer?
That was in The Hague.
Oh, okay, The Hague.
Yeah. And then I went to an industry school where you learn all kind of things, like how to keep a household, how to get the bank, how to clip your coupons. Yeah, that was that kind of school, you know. People, well-situated people. Yeah.
And then, I mean, were you born in a hospital, or were you born at home with the help of a nurse?
Was I born in a hospital? I have no idea. I just got there. I have no idea.
So what's, I guess, the earliest memory you have? The furthest back is the youngest?
The earliest memory I have is that we lived in a home on the canal. And I have a picture somewhere from me and my brother standing by the canal, hand in hand. And the neighbors at that house had a boy, 14, 15, and he was practicing his viol, Strijkster, a violin player. And they had, you know how we have here those cedar fences? Well, I was standing on one of the boards so I could show him that the little chest of drawers that my father had made for me, somebody, just matchboxes stuck together. Do you know those matchboxes?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 little drawers, and I was showing that off to the boy. And that's what I remember from being 5, 6.
That's pretty good.
Earlier maybe, but I didn't keep track.
And anything else you remember from your when you were living in Deventer?
Oh, that we went with the train to the Hague. That was something that took a couple hours.
And what was? I mean, do you remember your impressions of the Hague back then, as a little girl?
No, not really. Not really. I was probably a sad kid because you just lost your mother.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then what happened to your brother?
Who knows?
Oh.
He got married and I don't like her. She didn't like me.
Ah, so you went your separate ways.
That's right.
And so then when you first moved to The Hague, where did you, what do you remember from that? How was it difficult at first?
No, I know we've been to my uncle's and his wife. We got to stay overnight, and they had a hideaway bed, kind of. It was a big sofa,
okay,
but it made it like a futon, and we got to sleep in there. That's the first thing we saw in The Hague. Or Rijswijk.
And then how did you first meet Opa?
Opa?
Yeah, how did you first meet him?
At a rowing club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And was it pretty obvious at first? Was it love at first sight that he was?
Heck no, I thought he was a wimp.
We sound too nice. Oh, I must have a warm humble.
Okay.
So Oma, when she first met you, thought you were a wimp at the rowing club?
I was teaching. She had that 1, 2, 3, 4 classes.
Yeah.
You start with 4, and I was first. I was teaching, and she came and said she wanted to.
I was with Luc Routier.
Huh?
I was with Luc. I still remember her name, and her father was inspector from the police.
Anyway, she came and she said she wanted to learn to row.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, I was in the boat right from the beginning.
He likes to talk and I don't.
Well, I mean, at what point did you realize that Opa was going to be a good husband material?
I guess when he took me home to meet his parents.
And I was lucky because especially my dad, she right away liked it.
And I can remember I had to teach her how to cook cauliflower. Because your mother didn't know how.
And it was kind of funny because I knew her a few weeks. And my mom and dad had to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
She said, I'll tell Alms to cook for you. And then you know, she can cook.
He had never heard of white sauce over cauliflower.
That's
okay.
$5 or so.
That's it. No more telltale. Well, anyway, it was a pretty scary time though, because all those V2s went up at night, so you didn't get much rest. Anyway, they invited me to stay with them because my relatives have stolen me blind.
No.
I have money in the room, and we heard from another neighbor how easy it was to get money because I didn't count it anyway. So then I went to stay with his parents, and his aunt was there, and his sister.
And
I don't know.
Much more honest people?
Oh, God, yeah. They were, his parents are from the Apostolic Church.
Okay.
Yeah, so, well, Apostolische Gemeente.
Who was that?
Your parents. Okay, and my family was Catholic. I wasn't. My father didn't trust that. He said we could choose later. My father was Reformed, but on my grandmother's, they were all Catholic. Some on wheels, if you know what that means, Catholic on wheels.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was your idea then to move to the United States when it was clear that there was an opportunity?
Oh no, I was scared that there was this trouble in Hungary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said I wasn't going to go to another bout like that, so that's why I was happy to leave the place.
And then with all the moving around when you first moved from Kalamazoo, then eventually to Fort Wayne, Muskegon, then Fort Wayne, how did that affect you raising the girls?
We were lucky in Kalamazoo. There were the old, pretty much like Anthony, the older homes, they're nice looking homes. That's where we lived. I can't remember the street name, Charles Avenue maybe. But anyway, that lady liked the kids. She had a son, 18, that got killed when he was assaulted.
Okay.
So their only child they lost. So she really took after Yvonne and Mary, and then she invited us over to come and bake a pie, I think, a pumpkin